Fighter League World Finals continues right now, and this time we have both teams, the two highest placing teams from Japan here, going to go head-to-head to see who's going to get a little bit closer to that, that 90,000 on the line?
90,000, over 100K total for these teams, but again, that big chunk of change for first place, and we have some of the best in Japan competing against each other for that chunk of change. Now, we have two big-time candidates here for champions, right? We do have Mago Scarlet.
Mago Scarlet
versus Nemo Aurora.
This is going to be good. Now, of course, once again, the same thing applies. A lot of these guys are here for Capcom Cup. However, they still have other duties here. They're on a team, a Street Fighter League team. And man, when I tell you right now, if you watch Street Fighter League Pro US, you deserve to watch the Street Fighter League in Japan. It has been amazing. Some of the world's best and brightest players going head to head. I mean, you got Nemo on the squad, you got Mago on the squad, you got Kichipamo on the squad, and those are the two teams that we're going to see go head to head here to see to get to those grand finals.
We do have them on this stage getting ready to play that match. Again, let's see who they have in mind for these bands and their order.
All right, before we get the bands and the orders here, let's ask these teams a few questions over here. So first of all, Nemo, I know your teammates are both very young players. You know, how much has what has impressed you most seeing this new generation of players playing?
ネモさんのチームの2人ともとても若いプレイヤーを、と一緒にやられてますけど、彼らに対してどういったところを、気に入ったか、どういったところで、彼らを評価しているかをちょっと説明してもらってもいいですか。
単純にその実力で取ったので、普通にこういった舞台でも活躍できるだろうというところで取りました。
He simply selected with their talent, and he believed that with them, he can win the game.
Okay. And then I'm sure when you guys saw Mago's team win in Japan, you guys want your revenge a lot. So how much do you want to bring them back down to earth? How much would you like to defeat them today?
日本での試合で孫さんたちが語られました。その時すごく彼らが喜んでました。その、復讐どれくらい彼らに対して勝ちたいか、ちょっとここで気持ちを伝えてもらってもいいですか。
すげえムカついたので、絶対に勝ちます。
He said he is very pissed off, so he really wants to win. ありがとうございます。
All right. Mago-san, Team Scarlet. So, hang on a second. So obviously there's a legend of September Mago where the end of the year you become much stronger. Does this also affect your teammates? Does this transfer to them as well?
9月の孫さん説がありますけど、そういったジンクスがありますが、その、9月の孫さんのパワーはチームメイトに伝染するものでしょうか。
それはもちろん。
Of course.
Now, during the course of the season, anybody has been able to ban has seemed to have affected you because Yuji and Machabo and yourself keep winning no matter who they get banned. Are you even worried about who they're going to ban? Do you even need to use the new shield at all?
いつもバンをされていても試合にあまり影響を受けてこなかった中、今回新しくできたシールドというシステム、実際必要ですか？
さすがに必要です。
Well, he said, さすがに is kind of hard to like translate for me, but well, he says for this game, he needs it.
Okay, all right. Well, while I'm here, let's get their team bands, their shield, and their order as well.
今から、バンする、人とあとシールドする人を発表してください。
バンはザンゲフ。シールドはキャミー。
I think that's been translated, right?
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so but what about their order? What about the order of the players?
あと、選手たちの順番をお願いします。
ユージ、先方、ファースト、ユージ、セカンド、孫、サード、マチャボ。
Okay, all right.
All right. So, That's their order.
Yep. And then for Team Aurora, who was your bands? What's the shield?
えー
And
と
what's your order as well?
バンとシールド、そして順番をよろしくお願いします。
バンはチュンリーでシールドはザンゲフ、順番はジョン、ネモ、キチパン。
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, wow. It's
So
gonna be
there
really
we go.
interesting.
So it's been shielded, and you have a second ban, right? So who was your second ban?
Yurian.
Oh,
2人目
okay.
の番はユリアンだそうです。
There you go. All right, let's get some action going here.
This is what I wanted to see. I've been waiting the entire season to see if Nemo was going to get banned because the biggest threat in that league between these matches have been Kichipamu consistently. He had what we call the no playing rule, where he was banned consistently throughout the entirety of the league. Now, the history between these two teams, Aurora actually took it down in their first meeting in week 3. It was a 2-1 victory against their team, and those points matter, Steve. But Team Scarlet ran it back completely, reversing that curse. It was 2-1. But tell me a little bit about how they started off. I know we talked about what their record was overall.
So Team Aurora actually started off at the bottom. And look where it got them so far. I mean, I feel like being in that bottom half, I mean, it kind of plays, it's reminiscent of kind of, you know, Team Frost on the other hand.
Exactly.
They've been down there at the bottom for a lot of that entire season, and you can take that and apply it to Team Aurora. And even though their team is super strong, you got Nemo, Kichipamo, and John Takeuchi on the squad, and still they started at the bottom. And let you know how strong the teams are in Japan, and even more so now, you see those bans come into play because they do not want to go any further. But even more so, Team Scarlet, they've been 100%, you heard James mention it just a little bit, since the ban. So it wouldn't matter. I mean, those
right.
bans definitely work, but will they work in this instance? The stage is a little different, but the players are just the same, and I'm interested to see what happens.
It's going to be a very, very violent interaction between the two because, again, you have the violent emperor himself, Nemo as captain for Aurora, and then you have September's very own
September's
evolving
very own.
into December Mago. A full transition has been made, and it's only experienced here at the Street Fighter League.
Man, I feel like we've been slacking, man. We didn't give our players like you know, little nicknames and stuff
Dude,
like that.
they came up with the wildest
They
nicknames,
came up
and
with it. They got
I loved
stories
it.
in the whole nine.
I
Next season,
loved
I
it.
got this. I'm giving the whole American team. You make it this far, you get nicknames just dubbed by me. I
They
feel
were
like
great.
that's a prize on its own, you know?
The commentators were great, the hosts were great, the special guests were great, and overall, the participation of the players and the interaction was stellar.
Look,
Above
I
and
feel
beyond.
like you owe it to yourself. If you like high-level Street Fighter V, the extra viejo Street Fighter V, make sure you go check out Japan League Street Fighter. It has been ridiculous. Street Fighter League, excuse me, Japan. It is ridiculous. All you got to do is look at the players here on the stage and just imagine there's what, four of the teams that did not make it here, and you get a chance to see them all. So make sure you guys check it out.
The full playlist is up. I was actually late. I saw it all.
Ditto.
The
Ditto.
very last episode was translated right before Capcom Cup, and I was like, dang, I missed it. Like the playoffs, right? I know who the top two teams, like which ones made it to the finals, but I wanted to see that interaction between Fudogaya and the other two
Fudogaya.
teams, and I missed it. I was very, very sad.
I
but
think it's also, you know, notable to mention that this is the first season for Japan when it comes to the Street Fighter League. However, it's the second for the United States. So I'm interested to see some of those changes going forward into season 2. I would love to see some of the players.
they are
that
on a
go-
season 3. I gotta stop. I gotta
excuse me,
stop
my
you
bad,
there.
My bad, my bad.
Edazan Ocean actually got.
Oh, that's
they
true,
were the
that's
champions
true.
last time. And you know who sent them to the bottom of the ocean this time? Nemo
Nemo-san.
Orara. That's right. He was very happy about that. His
Look.
post-game interview, he was cheek to cheek. He was smiling.
Look, Nemo has always been the one to, I feel like he's like the proper pop-off artist. Whether it be, you know, him staying calm or just him going crazy, him being on this team is actually super scary. You still also have Kichipamu right there behind him, and I feel like he's one of the breakout players of this year, who everybody took to notice because 1, he's playing Zangief, 2, he's doing it super well.
So let's take a look at the players here. Again, we have Yuji up on deck for Mago
wow.
Scarlet. Now, he was the target of the ban. However, he's had a 100% success rate with his secondary character with the likes of Karen. And the other side with Team Aurora, John Takeuchi allowing or being able to play Rashid. And it's going to be a pretty interesting interaction between the two because John also was the target of the ban a couple times. We saw his Cody come out every so often, but we'll see them
He
in
made,
top shape.
did you see, I can't remember whose Cammy he was playing, but he V-skilled through a
Moke.
C.
It
Oh
was against
my
Moke.
gosh. When I tell you, I watched that clip so
It
many
was so
times.
cool.
Him doing that, it's like, it lets you know just how good of a player John Takeuchi is. I mean, on top of that, he's an EVO Japan champion. So there's a lot to go along with there. I feel like the lore is rich with this one. but
It is,
he's going
it
to be
really
going
is.
up against Yuji, and I'm interested to see what the thought process is here. You can see Mago still in Yuji's ear before they get started here.
All right, now I gotta ask the crowd something real quick. You guys have seen the caliber of players on both teams. Now I really gotta ask you, who likes Nemo Aurora? Make some noise.
All right, all right.
Pretty sizable audience
right.
there. I like that.
What about Mago? Team Scarlet, though. If you want Team Scarlet to win, oh, that's pretty okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot. You know, Yuji actually had a very, very impressive run in the Last Chance qualifier as well. A lot of players were watching him, and a lot of the social media tweets were revolving around him and his performance with Chun-Li. He was one of the prospects to take it all in the LCQ.
I mean, if you think about it, we don't get to see that many Chun-Lis that consistently, you know, just play and stay there, right? I mean, you got your MOVs, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm a huge MOV fan. You have Ricky Ortiz on this side, who's an awesome player. She's been doing this for way too long.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's one of those characters that, you know, slightly unrepresented when it comes to just Street Fighter in general. Not just only, you know, in Street Fighter League, but, you know, globally in
Right,
Street Fighter
right.
5. These guys getting all set up. Machapo, of course.
And it's wild, too. Machibo is definitely the target of the bans majority of the weeks from the other players as well. But that's where we got to see his sub-character, Akuma, shine the most. He was adapting each and every one of these weeks with the most impressive gameplay, taking out the likes of Bonchan, Gachikun as well, all playing their mains, by the way. Again, his Akuma versus other people's mains.
Look, once again, it's just a testament. These guys are top-notch caliber players that you still have to deal with no matter what. I feel like if you just look at the, you know, the experience assisted like in both of these players' teams. You got John Takeuchi, you have Nemo, and then you got Kichi
Kichi Palmer
right?
as the anchor.
Right?
Dear God.
That's so scary.
That is the heaviest anchor known to man.
right? It is the anchor, if you ask me,
Zangief
right?
is the scariest character. I'm telling you, man. I wouldn't want to do it.
All right, but here we go. These guys getting set up. You see Lil J-Tech, John Takeuchi taking a second to think about it as we go into this match. Yuji pulling out the Karen.
That's right. Oh, big introduction there. Your sweep meets my fierce. The prologue.
Back throw.
Whoop.
Already, I love the fundamentals being played right here. Just trying to keep the ground game under control. John Takeuchi loses a big chunk of life.
That was a big poke there from Yuji with the stand medium punch. Closing in on the range past the fierce, right? But now John Takeuchi finding the spacing and the activation as well.
Using that trigger one, trying to go for a small mix-up, using it, not gonna work out, but still gets the throw.
Looking for that sweep activation from Yuji. There's the 8% now letting it rip.
Wasn't even an anti-air, just saw him overextending on the ground. Use that EX to get right through.
There it is, yes
Sweep
sir.
activation, no side switch.
Back dashing out of harm's way just in case the throw is coming. John Takeuchi trying to lock him down. Back step, one more time, overhead, great block. Crouch fierce blocked as well.
Backing up a little bit, John Takeuchi giving a little space.
Ooh, not enough.
Yuji with the interrupt.
Oh,
wow,
Could
what?
have been a big deal. Nice save. Mago and
Look at Machapo,
Machapo.
look at Machapo.
They were ecstatic about that. Yuji had the right call, but hit him with a crouch short. Luckily finished it off with a stand medium kick afterwards. John Takeuchi firing first. Crouch strong, anti-air.
Great call out. Crouching Fierce, corner in favor of John Takeuchi. Even though he lost that first round, going in with the same poise, the same unrelenting offense. Oh no, here goes the throwback.
That was a lot of damage, including that Grey Life. Call from Yuji, and again, slowly walking towards John Takeuchi.
And you can see those crouch shorts, just in case he decides to try to, you know, dash up. But you gotta be careful. That's what gets you hit by those big buttons. That's how crush counters seem to happen.
Big time confirmed there on the... Actually, there was a big whiff punish, I would say. Ooh, a lot of recovery on that. You treat it like a fireball. Good jump timing there from John Takeuchi. Here comes the tornado.
Sits the trigger on top.
Nice block from Yuji, sitting nice and patient.
Uses that EX to start some pressure, gets the throw. John Takeuchi. Okay.
Excellent anti-air, and it wasn't even the fierce one.
That medium punch just to push him back to the corner. Because if he had used that fierce one, it just would have kept him there. But he wanted the corner. Double crouch jab, gets the mixer on top of it.
You know the
Chips
chip's
him
coming.
out. And a little space in between it as well. John Takeuchi spending all his resources, though, to get that round back.
Putting him at a slight deficit going into the third round, but it is the first game. So Yuji fully locked and loaded. We know the kind of damage Karen has. She just needs that one opening, and she can be explosive.
Forward throw.
Big check on the sweep.
Sweep. I love how Yuji just backs up. Like, if it's not going his way, he's like, you know what, let me get out of here. Stand around house to find another way in. Standing Fierce gets the combo. Here's a forward throw to keep the corner. John Takuchi sets up that trigger.
Oh! EX for Senna, great timing there.
Yo, Yuji with the reads. Defense looking good. Stand light kick. John Takuchi tries to jump out. He's met with the standing strong.
He's showing the power of the arcade, Steve. One of the qualifiers from that arcade segment.
Air to air. Oh, that was good.
Back away once more.
Oh, wow. Just interrupts with the crouching fierce side switch and gets the corner. John Takuchi with the forward throw. He's trying to get back in this match. Great tech. Full CA available for Yuji, and he's not going to even need it. Clips John Takuchi on the legs, and you see the smile come out from Yuji.
Machimo just kind of giggling. And Yuji himself was quite surprised that he had a chance to hit the button. He went crouch jab, there was a counter hit. He tried to get the counter hit conversion, but it still managed to clip John Takuchi standing, right? He actually thought he was over and done with.
Listen intently to Mago.
And I like the interaction between these two, right? Every post-game interview, Yuji has nothing but positive things to say about Mago, and Mago would be surprised. He's like, wow, you have very kind teammates. They're very nice teammates.
You gotta help
I
them out.
studied you, man. I watched that interaction. It was great.
And look at the other side, right?
Oh man, in week 9 when Kichipamu he had a mishap with the controller. He had to press the home button, and he lost the round. Man, I'll tell you what, Nemo had the most murderous intent on his face. He was so upset. Kichipamu in the post-game interview didn't even want to look behind him. He just stared him down as he was speaking. You guys gotta watch it. It was so sick. It was so funny.
Man, Street Fighter League Japan is actually ridiculous. It's too good. Oh, double hold.
Another one.
Oh, the crush.
Ugh. The red sauce coming in hot. Crouch Fierce once more. Checking the approach.
Crouch short. I love that small, compact game from John Takuchi. Forward throw. Stun is but definitely becoming a factor, and there it is.
John Takuchi cleaning up from that last game, getting the first round of game 2.
Small changes right there. Gets John Takuchi a point on the board right there.
Round 2. Fight.
Like young Peter Parker out there. Big conversion. Crouch strong counter hit. Oh!
Off the backboard, still finds a way. John Takuchi threads the needle.
Very fortunate circumstance there. Nice V reversal there from Yuji, creating some space for himself. Big punish.
Uh-oh. Back throw. Dash up once again. Yuji does not dealing with that space.
Oh, mid Mujin count. Yeah, I wonder what the input was on that.
Double up, the double dash up, crouch short.
Final round.
Still a fortunate circumstance there for Yuji. Tons of bar for both players going into potentially the final round.
Yeah, Yuji on set point right now. Full CA available for John Takuchi.
Oh, big crouch fears there. Stumping on the sweep from Yuji.
Gets the EX to confirm.
Plenty of frame traps there. You see the counter and the fierce conversion. John Takuchi's got the eye.
Oh, nice wake up EX for Senha. V-skill on top of it. Trigger is on the table. Dash up. Gets right past that standing fierce and commits to the crouching sweep. The crouching roundhouse. Back to the corner you go.
Activation there from John Takuchi. Now moving with trigger 2 instead.
Tick throw. Yuji in trouble. John Takuchi trying to take it to one more match.
Uh-oh. Locking him down, that's it. John Takuchi lives to fight another game.
You know, I always forget he plays on pad. I always forget.
I did too, actually. I was like, whose hands are those? I can't remember.
Whose small hands are those? Oh, John Takuchi, the kiddo. And I was talking about just the fact that I like that. Nemo gives you a little chance to breathe, and then he puts in his 2 cents. He's like, you know what? Think about this.
That's the heir to the throne, by the way. The heir to the throne, right there. Advice from the Violent Emperor himself.
Dang, the Violent Emperor. We were sleeping on the nicknames.
I know. I felt put to shame, Steve.
It's all right. It's okay. We got it next season. I promise. Jump in. EX for Senha to stop the pressure.
Excellent timing on the reversals there from Yuji, knowing exactly when to relieve the pressure.
Backdash on top of it. That powered up whirlwind.
Ooh.
The tech's working out. Not that time, though. J-Tag pushing to the corner.
What a
Backdash to
backdash.
get out.
Oh, no.
Not able to make anything happen from the crouching medium kick. John Takuchi takes that round. Gonna put him on set point.
Approval there from Kichipamu. Very happy about that one. Final round here for potentially for John Takuchi on match point. Oh,
Low
the
forward
confirm.
for the interrupt too.
Forward throw. Has to walk his way down. Oh, there's the confirm there, but still got the EX for Senha.
Yuji with the gameplay, getting really close to stun. The jump back roundhouse. Here comes John Takuchi. Here comes little J-Tag.
Option select on the other side.
V-skill roll to keep the corner on top of it. There's the activation of the trigger. Oh, nice. HP spinning mixer this time.
Ugh. Oh, the stun is there. Is he dead, Steve?
CA is on the table, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be that. John Takuchi takes out Yuji in this team battle. That's gonna position him at the end of the queue. So now, if a team squad is gonna have a chance to bring this back, they at least have to go through John Takuchi.
And now keep in mind, Nemo coming up to bat, we all know him as being one of the best Urian players in the world. However, that's not going to be the case today. He is actually the target of the band because of that shield system. I'm kind of curious as to who he has up on deck because, to be honest with you, I didn't see him play anybody else. He did have a secondary character listed, but there was no need for it, as Kichipamu was the main target of the band and John Takeuchi in that order.
One of the things you have to remember here about Street Fighter League is that order is super important, right? Like knowing the abilities of your team and selecting that order is so important because matchups are still important. Player matchup is still is a big thing as well. But of course, you still have Nemo. Nemo choosing to put himself in the middle this time around, have Kichipamu on the tail end, which is I feel like part of the meta, right? But I mean, you got to go up against Mago, who's gonna be what? I believe he's
on fire, by the way. Absolutely on fire from his performance so far here at Capcom Cup. Again, the second guards being the captains of both teams. It's going to be very, very impressive. And again, we mentioned Kichipamu being the anchor for Nemo Aurora. And then we do have Machabo hanging in the rafters. He's waiting for his turn. He's fully unleashed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure,
He's not banned at all. So that Necalli is coming out.
And then Necalli, of course, still arguably one of the best in the building, you know? And I say the building because all the best Street Fighter players in the world are here, so, you know.
You're damn right.
Mago getting focused as well.
There's some of the best fans in the world, too. In this venue, here at the Novo in Los Angeles.
I'm telling
That's
you
right,
now,
yeah.
man.
Make some noise for yourselves,
you guys have been doing great,
We
man.
appreciate you. You guys have been hanging out with us all day, all weekend. Again, we appreciate you guys big time. And I'm sure these players do as well. Man, they got Thunder Sticks. I didn't even know about that. Did you get Thunder Sticks?
No, man.
I didn't get Thunder Sticks. Oh, they could hear us? Damn.
They could definitely hear us. I was supposed to help him, like, you know, inflate those bad boys. I just don't have, I was tired, man. I couldn't do it. I would have fell asleep blowing up the Thunder Sticks, bro. They're like, Steve, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right.
You fell asleep mid-set during one of your...
Mid-exhale. I just pass out. It's been, you're right, it's been a super long weekend. So just imagine, like, you know, the fatigue setting in for these guys. They just played a crazy LCQ in a lot of these instances. And still, you know, concerned about the team enough to come here and put their best foot forward.
And again, we're going to expect a secondary, a sub-character coming out on the side of Nemo.
And Nemo...
I like that reveal.
I like that
Who
reveal.
was that? Okay. Allowing himself to play Gil now. The Violent Emperor has truly arisen. So
Cryonesis.
Pyrokinesis. Seraphic Wing. Yo, that was sick.
Seraphic
He's so
Wing.
sick.
I don't know,
The
man.
mark of my dignity shall scar thy DNA.
One of the
Man.
greatest pop-offs ever. That's
Yeah?
like actually one of the greatest pop-offs ever. My existence is just actually gonna scar you. You're gonna tell people about me beating you up.
I love it. I love it. Here we go. Mago fully unleashed. The Colleen pick there from Nemo.
You know what? I respect this even more so. He's got the third strike Colleen outfit on, and it just so happens to match what Nemo
I like
would wear
that.
in a regular
Exactly,
everyday
yeah.
basis.
He only picks the characters in suits. Businessman Nemo.
You know, I was talking to somebody about that. They didn't know that that was the third strike outfit. They was like, "What are you talking about,
Yeah,
Steve?
yeah.
Colleen wasn't in third strike." I was like,
Come on,
just get out
man.
of here, bro. Just get out of here."
I remember my first arcade. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I like the side switch there from Nemo. Very
Okay.
creative. And Icicle.
Sets up the hail. The V reversal still gonna work out for Mago.
Raw activation there from Nemo. Fishing with the stand fierce already. Mago very much so aware of it.
The
Trying to counter blue.
God.
Ugh. Back throw. Dang, that's far.
Of course. Make sure you're active a little more on top of it. EX for Senhai. Not going to get the full damage, but
The activation there from Mongo off the string, backing away once more. Nemo trying to find
what
some
a
space.
block on the overhead. Oh my God.
That's the equivalent of Nemo EX headbutting from that far. That's the exact equivalent. High risk, but high reward. That would have given him the round if he landed.
Man, that ban is definitely hurting these guys this time around. Nemo having to switch to that Colleen.
Ooh, I like that. Big confirmed there from the counter, from the stand strong.
And Mago's at full power. You can tell in the gameplay. Great check on the way out.
Oh, back roundhouse so far.
Stops the pressure. What a whiff punish with the standing strong.
Such a viable tool in the neutral when it comes to playing as Karen. Oh, big drop here.
Okay.
Side switch? No, same
stay-
side.
okay.
We got.
Yeah, that was definitely part of the mix-up right there. You would assume Nemo wants to get out of that corner just to get a little space behind
Right.
him. He says no, stays on the same side. Mago makes the read, keeps him there. Trigger slowly going down for Colleen at this point. Nemo has
Walking.
a lot of meter too.
Look at the gray life on the side of Mongo. Any hit can lead to giant damage.
Oh, what
Are you
an
kidding
interrupt.
me?
He's like, look, man, I'm the 2D god. You think I'm gonna let you tick throw me? Not today.
September's very own, evolving every single week at Street Fighter League now has come to full form here in December. December Mago.
December Mago. Dun, 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 dun,
That's not even DLC, that's free.
dun, brrrr, All right, I'm stuck. Not a lot of people got that. Oh man, it's evolving. Let's go.
Yeah, I like it. Every single week.
I like taking to the air. And that's what you do to kind of, you know, make up for some of those dash-ins. Maybe the command dash from Karen. Finds a hit. Hailstorm.
Great conversion there from Nemo. Light
Wow.
damage, but still.
Did you
Ugh.
see that series right there? Making it with almost had something big from
Get
the
off,
counter.
man! 200 plus damage coming your way. Make it snow. Oh boy, the
Hey,
back
boys
row.
to men, let it snow.
About to witness the Four Seasons, Steve.
Yo, that album was OD.
It was pretty good.
Remember the cover of it? Anyways, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
of
I'm sorry.
course.
About to go on a tangent and the whip punish. So smooth.
Arm bar
So
on the way
clean.
down.
It's like no matter what character it is, this dude Nemo makes them look ridiculous.
That's the kind of player Nemo is, man. Super talented, has been around for so long, playing generations of Street Fighter.
I was just about to say, and he's always nice, always clean. So fresh and so clean.
The murderous intent there. From Nemo's demeanor, it always cracks me up.
Oh, crush. And just walking Mago to the corner, there's a tick throw. Nice little chunk of
What a
meter,
back
EX
away, too. I
Hailstorm.
like that.
Oh, the whip
stunned.
punish again. Oh, you're on. And you're stunned.
Pulled off
That's
the taste of Steve, grabbed the
going
arm
to
and broke it. Nice call there from Nemo.
You see how he cranks down? She knows too. You got to pull down.
That's right.
Like a lever on a slot machine. You're trying to win.
Colleen, my arm.
Or break an arm. Don't listen to me, guys. Don't listen.
Nemo with a quick turnaround, 2 rounds straight in that second game over Mago. Let's see the kind of adjustments are going to be made from the Scarlet Captain.
I love seeing this format. I just want to take a second to say that the team format, especially for Street Fighter League, does so much.
Same side, that's unfortunate. Nemo wasn't ready.
Great awareness, tick throw, backs up a little bit, tries to let Nemo hang himself. Look at that stun bar.
Ooh,
Wake
what
up,
a
back dash, and the punish side switch this time. No.
Double dash forward, cover those options.
Sweep cancel goes for the trigger.
Ooh.
Man, Mago's success on that crouching strong, I would love to know.
Oh, high percentage for sure.
Okay, push to the corner, tick throw, works out this time. Needs to be careful.
Back away, overhead, nice block there from Nemo. But chip is imminent, doesn't need it, saves the bar, going into the final round. That was heavy. That's actually pretty good for Mago. Keeping that critical art is pivotal for the likes of Karen. Whether she uses it for the actual critical art itself or converting it to fat damage. But here comes Nemo, speaking of, using that EX bar early.
I like that, using the hail just to make sure the Mago does not come too far out of that corner, gets a little chip damage on top of it. Anti-air side switch, there's the throw, Mago in control.
Ooh, target come with the air, sit him down.
Okay, wait a minute.
The points brave choice there from Nemo, finding his way out. No, sir, no gap there.
Clips the hailstorm on wake up. This is not good. Mago could definitely get the stun. Activate all the
that's
sweep,
it.
and that should be it. Looks like Mago is gonna take out that nerfed Nemo who had to switch to the Colleen.
Yo, you see the rings?
Yeah, like a Super Bowl champion. Like a Super Bowl champion.
I like that.
Gonna take this time to make a play that I feel like the commentators should also get rings from the champions. Just saying.
America and Japan.
America and Japan.
That
I just
is
want, I
correct.
just want one. I want to wear it around my neck. I think it would be cool.
Duly noted.
Nice little amount of bling there. Just saying.
Machibo agrees. He was smiling the whole time. You heard what we said. Okay, so this is gonna be, all jokes aside, this is gonna be a very, very important matchup, right? Kichipamu trying to save the team here. Actually, both players, right? Kichipamu fully unleashed with Zangief. Again, being the main target for the entirety of Street Fighter League. And then Machibo experiencing that same kind of ban, right? The same experience. He's been banned numerous times, but completely made it up with his Akuma. And again, I have to remind you, every time he was banned, he's won his game.
He's always won.
Same with Yuji, same with Mago. 100% win record when they were the targeted ban.
And as a player, like you go into this, as a team, you're like, man, if we can't ban him, like if it doesn't matter what character we ban, what do we do? You gotta outplay him. Kichipamu.
Another team that kind of experienced that kind of fate with their bans, or actually the bans didn't really matter, was Fudo Gaia, because they all had secondaries. It was Fudo, it was Shuto, and then it was also Bonchen. So those guys had ridiculous sub-characters.
And I love that like Street Fighter V is turning that, right? Like there's been so many times now that you've seen these guys like try to get their main character up to, you know, be ready, to be strong enough. And now it's evolved so far, they have actual backup characters on top of it. That shield is definitely gonna be something that you need to pay attention to.
I hope Nemo checked the hardware for Kichipamu. He does not want him to randomly disconnect. Please, check that man's controller before he plays.
All right.
In the post interview, he said, you know, we can't help Kichipamu because he only plays one character, but we can't help the fact that he's in charge of his own device. Please, please check it. Going forward, he's like, I'm so sorry. I will.
My
I
bad,
promise."
guys. My fault. The desync, that was all me. We're going to the bathroom. The Honda bathhouse. I said the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Devour hour. He's like a DJ. It's the hour of Devour. Here we go. Machibo. Kichipamu.
Ugh.
Oh, the Ric Flair chop.
Ooh.
And instantly stopping that neutral game. Still very scary to play.
Very surprising, Machibo hasn't resorted to using any of the V-skills yet. You would think he'd want to space out Kichipamu with the use of those V-skills to build himself the V-gauge, but he's been all hands on deck. Okay.
And Kichipamu just walking forward, not giving up any space. Only walking back if he gets hit.
Nice check, but he's not falling for those traps.
Big jump out. Forward throw. Ooh, the standing medium kick. This is not good.
I like that.
Kichipamu in trouble in this first game. Goes down. Machibo.
He was anticipating maybe a grab or maybe a command grab, right? He might have held up north. Now punish forward. The meaty stand short.
Ooh,
Aye.
wow. Small whip punish with the light kick.
The distance, oh, he knew, he reacted.
Yes.
This is a bad time at the bathhouse. Don't do it.
Sound like a comment. Bad time at the bathhouse. Oh, throws the V reversal.
Yo, how do they even wrestle? You see the sumo ring? I'd imagine that's slippery.
That's definitely slippery. That's why you don't run in the bathhouse. Wait a minute, here we go, dash up. No, just activates trigger.
Oh, a little bit too far out. Unfortunate circumstance. Machibo with a big chance there getting the first round. Or excuse me, the first game. They go by so quickly. Steve.
Man, that was super scary though. He actually had the good read, but if he just a little bit closer, it would have worked out.
Again, this is do or die time, right? There is no round robin. This is
Oh
it,
yeah,
the
this
World
is true.
Championship.
Yeah, I made the mistake earlier. Whoever loses this, third place.
Ooh.
And just
like
walking Zangief to the corner. Flex early on. Look, just whip punishing with the crouch jabs. Wow.
And I understand why Machibo doesn't want to use the V-skills, right? Kichipamu has had such great reactions with the lariat.
Oh, wake up EXDP Machibo. Says, let me out. I'll spin the meter to do so.
Nice
Like he's playing
flags.
Monopoly.
Oh, big crush counter. Disguidance to follow through.
Dash up, stand light kick to keep the pressure. There's the activation. Forward throw
throw.
once again. Kichipamo in trouble. Text to throw this time around.
At the
Activate.
edge of the fierce. Getting that activation, that's right.
Just
Oh,
walking
no.
forward. Marching like the Terminator.
Oh, no.
Oh, get in there. Seismo for the whiff punish.
The composure on Machibo, being able to make those consistent reads as to when Kichipamu wants to SPD you, but that's a big signifier for Kichipamu. He's like, you know, I'm gonna go for the Borscht Dynamite and get him airborne.
Wow, that was mad ball.
Oh, do it
another
again.
one.
Oh, now he's sitting still.
Oh, beats it with a button, gets the stun early on. This is not gonna be the kill.
Ugh.
Running bear grab puts him in the corner.
The Siberian Express is here.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
That is sick. Are you messing with me?
Courtesy of Hameko.
Okay, all right. Yo, shout outs to Himeko.
Ugh.
Ow.
Check fierce 2
Ow.
times.
Do it again.
One arm, but 2 fists. The story of Kichipamu. Written and directed by Kevin.
Right. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Flex
Flex.
again.
Gets the counter hit too, but not able to make anything happen. Still fighting with his back to the wall.
Oh, walking up throw. Facing the puddle.
The neutral jump, Machipo. Making a good call out right there. Knee reversal, hops over the Seismo. He's walking. Oh, wow. Walk forward roundhouse.
like
Flex
that.
to get through the Seismo again. Great reads by Kichipamo so far. Great life, and that's gonna be CA. See you the next day. That's gonna be it. Mago, Team Scarlet takes it over Nimmo. Kichipamo not happy right now, but I believe we have John Takeuchi coming
right.
back up, and he is the last remaining team member. That means he's gonna have to go at it alone. The little guy, taking the long route alone.
The lone Avenger for Team Aurora stepping up to the plate.
See what you did there. See what you did there.
I
That's
got you.
slick.
So who do we have left on Team Scarlet, actually? We do have Yuji still sitting there, as well as Mago.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not Yuji. I take that back. I'm sorry. Just Mago.
Okay, Mago's still alive.
Yeah. And Machibo just taking a seat back, waiting for his turn to play. Again, all up to young John Takeuchi, the baby-faced heir to the throne.
And Mago, of course. Machibo still sitting there. Mago gonna go first. Machibo at the end of the queue. He's the last player gonna be going up for Team Scarlet at this point.
Yeah, and these are different rules, right? These are the first time they're experiencing these rules where it's like a last man standing kind of thing, because in Japan, it would be under a point system, and whoever's eliminated, that's it for them, really. And in terms of the order, when it came to who played where, they would always keep the first pick ambiguous, and then based off of that, then they would go back, reconvene, and then counter pick for their second guard match, and then the Taisho, the captain, the anchor, was the remaining match.
I love the zoom ins. I feel like we're actually watching
Yeah.
Street Fighter League Japan. Like if they doing like
We're
the
not even looking
dynamic
at the
zoom
camera.
in.
We're literally turned around
Oh, yeah.
facing the stage.
I want the
love it.
cinematic experience, okay? I'm one of those guys. If I had a chance to see these big name movies in theater again, I'd definitely just go back and watch it again.
We get to experience it with it. We're just like you guys.
Right? I am one of you guys. It's okay. One of us.
One of us.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm a multi-movie goer guy. How many times you see Avengers in theater? 8 times. That's me.
In a row.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even
Back to back.
joking. I'm not even joking.
Back to back, bro. No other movies.
Oh. Great start so far for John Takeuchi, firing first blood.
Little J-Tac has this is cut out for him. An Evo Japan champion here, going up against Mago, the 2D god. And Machibo right behind him if he can stop this Mago. But we got to get there first. We'll cross that bridge once we get to it.
Again, Mago, kind of like Dual Kevin, right? He's been here. He is one of the gods of fighting games.
You can tell by the way he plays like neutral and everything. Sweep has a great read on what you want to do as an opponent.
Oh yeah, years and years of experience in that noggin.
Good pressure.
Ooh.
to walk up and get the throw.
The reactions, too, to be able to fire away and the side switch, I like that. Optimizing for the spacing more so than the damage, but John Takeuchi reversing it once more immediately, firing away with the throw, forward strong to check, and the conversion, he's on fire.
Oh, the little shimmy right there. John Takeuchi takes that first round.
And that was so smart. He knew Mago was aiming for the V-trigger activation, smelled and sniffed out that sweep. A lot of recovery on that bad boy, went in for the kill.
Remember, third place on the line right here. Of course, Team Moroto wants to. Oh no! Big drop. Trying to push to the corner. There's a throw from Mago.
Check with the medium king afterwards. There's not a lot Karen can do after a forward throw mid-screen, right? She's not allowed to get any sort of Oki, so that's why John Takeuchi opted to press that normal and caught Mago being a little overzealous with the movement.
Jump backs.
And I like the patience being played from both sides.
Oh, the jump back. He's like 2 for 2 on those today. Okay, gets the counter hit confirm on top of it. The overhead that forward fierce
not fair,
to
Steve.
close out. John Takeuchi takes first game.
That's not fair, Steve. Rashid is airborne a lot sooner on his overhead than majority of the cast.
But it's a heavier button though, right? That makes sense.
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
It's okay. It's
If
all right.
Karen were to overhead with forward medium kick, she still gets thrown, by the way.
You sound like a Karen player right now, bro. Might want to tuck that in. Your Karen's showing. You better be careful.
I'm a Ryu man. You didn't vouch for that. Don't shake your head.
Nah.
Oh, big Fierce on the whiff punish there from Mago. And trying to bait out the throw. You saw that? The delayed crouch Fierce.
Good punish as well. Good pressure, excuse me.
Hey.
Jump in. The roundhouse not finding a smart forward throw though. Oh,
Wow.
spins the meter to stop the pressure.
Excellent timing there from Mago. Stand Fierce, same side. Unfortunate circumstance for John Takeuchi. Huge deficit. And in this corner, one more touch.
Another throw is going to be the touch. Mago answers back with the first round of game number 2.
Round 2. Fight.
Shout out to my man in the crowd watching the game on stream as well. I like that.
Dang, double duty?
Yeah, he's watching both.
Double duty viewing. He's one of the chat moderators to make sure nobody's going crazy.
Opting for the damage this time instead of the corner control. I like that from Mago. I think he's been way more beneficial in the neutral space of the game against the likes of Rashid. Because again, if Rashid corners you, she's gonna have a very difficult time. She has a 3-frame button, she has an EX or Senhop, but still, Rashid has so many tools to keep you on lock. And I think Mago understands that. He would rather play in the mid-screen, play the neutral game way more than the corner. Look at that. He's not even pressing the issue. He's just waiting in this space.
Comfortable playing the range. We've seen what he can do. He definitely took that first game, that first set, excuse me, while he's still alive here in the set. John Takeuchi up again. Oh, big counter hit, big damage on top of it. Tech, wow, gets the cross up in the corner. J-Tac gets a little meter on top of it. Set point. Machable. Legit look back like, oh, man.
I gotta queue up. Again, this is the last chance for John Takeuchi and friends. Or the Dirty Nemo Company is what they call it.
The Dirty Nemo Company.
That's correct.
Gotta set out the young manager who you don't think knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I want to
It's a
speak to
kid.
the
Why are you
manager.
here?
I am the manager.
John Takeuchi, just imagine him saying that. Sir, I'm here to speak to your manager. He turns around. I am the manager. But you play Rashid. Yeah, I also won Evo Japan, you jerk.
Oh.
There's Mago tying up the set 1 game apiece.
Man, the other game went by so quickly. I honestly thought Mago had the first game. I really did. I thought it was tied up.
Mago loosening it up.
This is the first win for players.
He's loosening up the joints as he would. Whenever he walks out, he always does the shoulder crank.
Yeah.
Every single time. Full anime.
That's why I'm the hugest fan of Mago.
Yes. You guys are big JoJo nerds, actually.
Oh,
Both of you.
yes.
Both
Oh,
of you.
yes. We have poses. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that photo for the rest of my life. Back throw.
And I mean that
Anti-air.
in an endearing term, okay?
Oh, much so.
Another one. Are we going for a third? No, sir. We're gonna do activation.
Pressure.
Knocking with the elbows. Nobody's home.
And even cashes out a little gray life he had over there. Early V reversal.
Wow.
Makes him overextend, eats the EX for Senhop. 60 seconds left on the clock. Life lead in favor of John Takuchi. Not by much. He just got a CA on the jump in trade.
Wow,
The crouching fierce. There's a bag throw in the sweep. He knew you were going to overextend. That's the mind of the great one, Mago. Set point, team battle point here for Mago to go into, and Team Scarlet to go into grand finals.
You think you know about neutral? I created neutral. I am the 2D god.
Right? I am the 2D god. Marvel at my magnificence. If you
The
have
40th
not,
character is actually Mago.
is this Mago?
Yes.
It's young Mago. Go
Correct.
watch his pop-off.
Well, he always looks young, to be honest. The guy never ages. He's a vampire. I knew it. Nice, avoiding the throw. Excellent footwork there from Mago. Good reads in general.
Mago in trouble right now. Life lead.
And that's why you can't anti-air
Excuse me.
with a conventional anti-air, right? You have to spend that meter.
The neutral jumps. Finally goes for the advancing jump.
He's really looking for this activation. He finally gets it. The
Yeah,
third
sure.
sweeps the charm.
Kick throw. Mago.
Back away.
Oh, the trade. There's another tick throw. Mago just going straight for throws to keep the pressure going. Off the back
jab.
Still ready, and there's the trade. No combo on the follow-up. 40 seconds left. Full CA available for Mago.
Oh, the confirm!
The confirm will send
Mago.
Team Scarlet into grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Kichi Pommel recovering. John Takuchi not able to bring
Wow.
it back for the Dirty Nemo Company. I want to buy that on a shirt. I hope somebody's listening out there.
I like that a lot.
You
I
write
like
a
that a
letter
lot.
to the company, and it's just like Nemo responding back.
No. Don't ask me
No.
for anything.
I would just like a refund. This broke when I bought it. No.
That's your fault. Actually, he wouldn't even give you a follow-up response. It's just no.
Just
period.
no. And a little hand emoji. Like, what does this even mean? I don't know. First off, your manager's a child, and now you're just sending me back with the emotes? What kind of establishment you're running here? Signed, the Dirty Nemo Company. You get
DNC.
a business email, and it's just a Nemo hand. And like, what? Doesn't even make sense.
It's just hand on the side, just. I love it. I
What
like
kind of
it.
shoddy business you running here? What does it say? Dirty Nemo Company. What does that even mean?
So continuing their reign of terror, Mago Scarlet has just been running rampant throughout the entirety of Street Fighter League Pro Japan, right? They started off in first place and still remained in first place towards the end of it. And they're continuing the streak here at the World Championships. It's going to be quite the order to fill for the likes of Team Gale.
When we talked about the 100% after ban that we saw from Team Scarlet, but now they're gonna have to fight up against Team Gale. These guys have definitely played each other, you know, separately somewhere along the lines on a CPT tour somewhere. However, the game has changed. These are league rules, baby. There's a whole team behind you, and you better be ready. You gotta be ready at this point.
Oh, absolutely. For that lion's share of the $90,000,
Aye.
you best be ready. Again, it's going to be, ooh, look at the rings.
Look at the rings.
Kiss the rings.
Check out the rings. Guys, we're gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, Grand Finals is gonna go down. Street Fighter League World Championships, guys, you don't wanna miss this. Stay tuned.